What is going on, beautiful people? I am Lee Hammock, the diagnosed self-aware narcissist known as mental illness, and welcome to another episode of Why Do Narcissists? This is a show where the self-aware narcissist, myself, I answer questions from actual survivors, victims, other narcissistic people in my comment sections. Today's question is, why do narcissists, after years of a damaged relationship, not know that they need to go to therapy and heal like other people? Why do narcissists, after years of horrible relationships, after relationship trauma, breakups, makeups, and things like this, after so many failed relationships, why do narcissists why don't narcissists go to therapy? So, simple answer is, a lot of narcissists do not think that they have a problem. After years of failed relationships, so relationships, you say relationships, plural. So regardless of how I treat people, there's always going to be other people that want me. I can get other people. Okay, why do I need to change who I am if people are going to still, if I can still get people? If who I am is going to, if who I am right now is going to continue to get people to fall in love with me, to be with me, to want to be in a relationship with me, why would I change who I am? If people are going to continuously enable the behaviors of narcissistic people, why would they change who they are, y'all? And I'm not calling y'all enablers. I'm just saying that this is the mindset of a narcissistic person, y'all. Like, why do I need to change who I am if I keep getting people? If people still are going to support me, if people are still going to be in relationships with me, if people are still going to continuously allow me to clap the cheeks or to let me put the cheeks on them, why would I change who I am? You see what I'm saying? Why would I do that? There's no effort needed because people are always going to enable. You see these celebrity, narcissistic, toxic ass people, they continuously do the same thing over and over again. You get celebrities like Tristan Thompson, for example, like allegedly serial cheater, serial cheater, like Cinnamon Toast Crunch cheater, like that type of serial cheater, like allegedly. And people see that he's with Khloe Kardashian, see that he was with Khloe Kardashian, and they don't care. They're still going to enable the behaviors. He don't have to change who he is. He doesn't have to go to therapy. He doesn't have to work on himself because people are still going to want to be with him. And I know that's what an outlier, like, well, Lee, Tristan Thompson is rich and famous or whatever, and that's why there's broke, bum narcissists that do the same thing because people will still enable their behaviors because they look good, because they're funny, because they're charming, and things like that. So why would I need to change myself? Why do I need to go to therapy if people are going to continuously come to me? And like another thing that a lot of narcissistic people do in this situation is convince themselves that other people are the problem. Not only am I not the problem, not only am I not the issue, they convince themselves that other people are the problem. You know, my eternal, like, it's like a company. If people keep coming in and quitting, the employees are the problem, not the company. The company been here 37 years, running strong. If employees keep coming in and quitting, but the company is still here, maybe it's an employee problem because the company is still here running well. And that 37-year-old company is me. Think about it. Think about that mindset right there, y'all. Employees keep quitting. Maybe it's the employee's fault because the company hasn't shut down. The company is still here. The person is still here. The narcissistic person is still up and running, still getting men, still getting women, still doing their thing. Why would they change who they are? You see what I'm saying? It's easy to blame you, to put the blame onto you, as opposed to putting the blame looking internally and putting the blame on themselves, because part 3 of this is the shame. Shame, y'all. Telling people, like, there's a stigma, not only with being a narcissist, of course, but there's a stigma against therapy. People think because you go to therapy, it automatically makes you crazy. It automatically invalidates who you are because you go to therapy. Hey, I'm in therapy. I'm working on myself. Oh, that means you have a problem. I'm not in therapy. That means I don't have a problem. You see how that works right there? Some people are absolutely ashamed to go to therapy. And you know, narcissism, I like Brene Brown said this. It's like narcissism is a shame-based disorder. Like, at the core of everything, we trying to avoid shame. We are trying to avoid shame at all costs. We don't want to be ashamed of anything. You see what I'm saying? We don't want to be ashamed of anything. At all costs, we don't want to be ashamed of nothing. You see how that works? So if you're dealing with narcissistic people, toxic people, they don't want to be ashamed of anything like that. We just don't want to. We don't want that shame to be associated with us. So therapy means shame. Therapy means that there's a problem with me. And if there's a problem with me, that means I have to acknowledge said problem. So there's a lot of shame associated with going into a therapist, admitting that I have a problem, and sitting inside a therapist's chair. You see what I'm saying? There's a lot of narcissists don't want that shame. Yes, I've been in therapy for 5 years. I'm an outlier. Ben Taylor is an outlier. What's the man? The spirit narc is an outlier. What's the dude's name? Nameless Narcissist is an outlier. H.G. Tudor, Sam Vaknin, Cluster B Milkshake, outliers, y'all. Those are outliers on the spectrum of narcissism. Narcissists, they actually go to therapy and sit in the shame and vulnerability, because nobody wants to be vulnerable like that, y'all. Not narcissists by any means, And sometimes, this is off the narcissism. Narcissism sometimes is built into the culture, and culture determines that we're not issue. We don't have the issue. Like my culture says, I'm not the problem. I'm not the issue. You know what I mean? The culture, sometimes the narcissism is built into the culture, like machismo and things like that. So they don't think that they are the problem. It's just the culture of who they are. Sometimes the toxic traits, the toxic behaviors, the misogyny or whatever, the chauvinism is built into the cultures. So if this is just how I was raised, why would I think that's an issue? You see what I'm saying? If I'm a narcissist or a toxic person because of how I was raised, because of my culture, my cultural standards, my cultural upbringing, why would I think I'm an issue? Everybody's like me. Everybody around here is like me, so why do I need to be the one to go to therapy? If everybody else is like me, why do I need to change who I am? You see what I'm saying? I fit in by being like everybody else, and everybody else is around me is just toxic because of the culture, because of the cultural upbringing and things like that. You see what I'm saying? There's a lot of things to go along with it, y'all, but another one of the main reasons, like I said, because people don't leave narcissists a lot of times, y'all. Sometimes in these relationships, you keep going back to the narcissistic person, to the toxic person over and over and over again. Like literally over and over and over again. You keep going back to this relationship, the back and forth, the ups and downs. You don't leave them. So if you keep coming back without them making any kind of consistent changes, again, they don't see the issue there. Like if there's really a big problem, you wouldn't come back to me. But because you keep coming back to me, is there really a problem? You know what I mean? Is there really a problem? You see what I'm saying? But anyways, y'all, let me cut this thing short. I hope y'all like it. If y'all like this series, let me know, y'all. If y'all watch this all the way through, let me know. If you have a question, leave it in the comment sections. Like I said, the questions with the most likes, I'll consider doing them. I'll do these videos. I'm gonna start doing more of these videos. I like doing the narcissist explains videos where I react to my own stuff, but I'm trying to mix it up a little bit here and there as well. So if you have a question that you're dying to get answered, if it's too specific, I can't answer. If it's too specific to your own personal situation, I might not be able to answer that in great detail. You know what I mean? But anyway, y'all, like and subscribe. Let me know if you like this series. Mental Healness is out. Peace.